Hey, what's good, y'all? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everybody who's tuning into this video. Today we got some exciting updates and news to talk about here concerning Colorado. Let me just go ahead and jump right into it. Hope everybody's doing well. So as you can see from the thumbnail and title, we have two new players that could potentially land in Colorado. Nothing is set in stone yet, so this video is not to say anybody committed anywhere or Coach Prime is definitely reaching out to them, but these are just two players that's on the radar for Colorado. So first up, we have, and many of y'all have already probably heard about him. We have Sincere Brown. He's 6'5". He's a senior, coming out of Charleston, South Carolina. Last year he played at Campbell Fighting Camels. Let's take a look at his stats though. Forget his height and all that. 6'5" though, which is impressive. But 61 receptions for 1,028 yards and 12 TDs. So that's not no light work. That's a pretty impressive number, pretty impressive stats. Even just looking at his film, breaking down his film as well. Shout out to Buffton Prime as well. I was on that live when they broke down his film on Huddle as well. He's a exciting player to watch. Definitely feel like if he came to Colorado, he would be a wide receiver 1 or 2. Definitely be in that starting role for sure, depending upon how they're able to fit him inside the schemes. This upcoming season, Colorado plans on running the ball a little bit more this season. But I can tell you that it'd be very, very exciting to watch him come to Boulder and ball out with the rest of the guys for sure. So, like I said, 1,000-yard receiving wide receiver, like that's something that we can't sleep on at all. Looking at some of the wide receivers we have now, are pretty good. We have Quentin Gibson just came in. We have Farrakhan, Adrian Wilson, and then we have the players that's returning. Terrell Timmons, Draylon, and so on and so on and so on. But I feel like if he came in, that'll make him even more dominant. Now, I see a lot of rotation happening in the receiver room as well. So I feel like we're going to start to see a lot of different receivers on the field at once. But only thing I'm concerned about, I can say, is I don't want it to come to a point where transfer portal comes and a wide receiver that's already currently in the room decides, hey, y'all keep bringing in wide receivers, I'm dipping because I want more touches. So you never know what could happen as far as that. But Sincere Brown is on their radar for Colorado. Let's take a look at something else. So this is his notice that he gave that he's entering into the transfer portal. So he's been in the transfer portal since, I believe that's March 17th. So this is only a couple of days ago. He's been in the portal, and he has literally offers from a ton of different places. Like, he has offers from Maryland. He has offers from Kentucky. He has offers from USF. He has offers from Colorado. He has offers from Michigan. He has offers from Wake Forest. He has offers from Arkansas. He has offers from Texas A&M. So he has offers on the table. Now, I don't know if money is going to be a factor when it comes to him deciding a school that he's going to go to, or if it's going to be opportunity and experience. So a lot of people say Colorado doesn't have money. Okay. Honestly, we don't know what they have. Like, we're not there. We're not in their school. We're not in their financial status, in their books behind closed doors. Like, we don't know what they have and what packages they're saving for certain players. Like, I'm sure Prime already know who he's going out to go get this second round of the portal. I'm sure he already knows that. We don't know. He's not going to really give us a hint. And I'm sure he knows if he's going to lose any players or not going into the second round of the portal as well. So I don't know. That'd be interesting to see when that time comes. But I'm not going to jump into any conclusions just yet. But he is on Colorado's radar. This right here is the offer that he received from Colorado. So it's going to be interesting. Let's look at some of his highlights. This is more like a highlight reel, not really a huddle highlights. It's more like a highlight reel, but exciting to watch. Let's take a look at it. How to mute the sound out. No copyright, you know. Mm. And we go. Nah, he's nice. He's nice. He's nice. He's nice. He's nice. Nah, though. You see it right there. One thing, he's very explosive as well. You know, you see a lot of dudes at 6'5" in that high 6 foot range. They're tall and lanky, but they're like sloppy. Like they look like robots. He's like elusive. Like he got moved. Like he's actually fast. His routes don't look too bad. They can lose a little bit of sharpening up, but he's sharp though overall. Like he's really good. Looks like he's running a lot of fade routes. So to come to Colorado, Kaden Salter might just throw right up to him. But who knows? We'll see when that time comes. Speaking of Kaden Salter though, Kaden Salter did retweet out his tweet that said "blessed receiver offer from Colorado." Kaden Salter said it right there. Now, this could mean nothing. They could just be cool, but I don't recall them having any prior friendships before this. But you see it right there. Kaden Salter said, hello. Like, basically saying, are you going to slide? Like, the offer's already on the table. Are you going to take it? It's just the quarterback saying this. So, I don't know. Let's move on, though. Hopefully we get Sincere Brown. If you're a Colorado fan, Buffalo fan, we got to do what we got to do to get him up in there. It's going to be very, very exciting to watch him. Hopefully I get to catch a game this season, actually in person. I live all the way in Georgia, so it can be a little iffy. But I'm going to try to make that happen for content purposes. You know what I mean? Next up, we have his teammate, that he played with this past year. His name is Cornelius Davis Jr. He just hit the portal not too long ago as well. I don't know what day he hit the portal exactly, but he's also coming from the same school as Sincere. Just a little information on him and stats-wise. So he's a sophomore, 6'2", 205, so good size. Out of Neptune Beach, Florida. So Florida kid, Prime loves them Florida boys for sure. A little bit about his stats: 13 solo tackles, 0 forced fumbles, 0 interceptions. So, not the worst, not the best stats, but I feel like if he came in with this staff, working with Coach Kevin Martez, working alongside Deion, one of the best corners to ever do it, DBs to ever do it. I feel like they can sharpen him up a whole lot. We did, unfortunately, lose out on Makari Vickers this season. He's dealing with the heart surgery recovery. So, prayers out to him still, praying for speedy recovery for him and his family as well. Pray that his heart, it's not only replaced, but it's working to the highest standard, moving on. So pray that God has protect him and keep him covered under his blood moving forward. But like I said, we missing out on Makari Vickers this season. So he could even fill that role if he was to come to Colorado as well. Not sure if Prime is going to go target him or not, but I do know that Sincere did retweet him, jumping into the portal, and pretty much what Sincere Brown said over that tweet was, y'all come get him. I know talent when I see one. So could this be like a package deal? Could Sincere Brown come and Cornelius? Could we see that? Now, nothing is set in stone yet. This is not me saying that Colorado is targeting him, but I do know that there is some need for depth inside the DB room. I do know that. And, Prime is not always big on going out to the biggest schools and getting the biggest names. Just because you came from Michigan, Alabama, Texas A&M, Oregon, that doesn't mean he's going to go get you just because you're in the portal. Prime is smart. He's very, very strategic as to who he gets. He prefers somebody with more quality and potential that he can sharpen up. Think about it like DJ McKinney. I didn't know who he was like that. He wasn't talked about like that. Came to Colorado, balling, straight balling. So this is just a perfect example. And not even just DJ McKinney, a couple other dudes, like they came to Colorado, and then you're around a whole bunch of NFL experience, NFL exposure. Like at the end of the day, you're trying to go to the league. By you coming to Colorado, you're already getting a head start of what the league is like. Not by just former players, not just by former coaches, but Hall of Famers as well. Players that did it, not only did it, but did it at a high level as well. So that's something to consider as well. Hopefully we can land them. I don't know what Coach Prime in Colorado's recruiting staff's plans are with that. I'm not a part of that. But I do know that, if Sincere is advocating for him on Twitter, saying that he knows talent when he sees one, and then we need a little bit more depth inside the DB room, I feel like this wouldn't be a bad get. But let's jump in a little bit into his highlight reel as well. Again, this is not any huddle highlights. It's more like a highlight reel. Let's jump into it, though. Sound like an OT7 quantity beat. So this is a little highlight reel right there on Cornelius Davis Jr. Like I said, there's definitely a need for some more DBs inside the room. After looking at that highlight reel, you can definitely tell he's a ball hawk. He's definitely aggressive at the point of attack.
Of course, there's always room for improvement. That's another video. But he's aggressive, and I do know that each year it seems though Colorado's trying to get more and more aggressive. Not only aggressive, but more disciplined as a team as well. So he could be what they need. He could fit into the scheme of things. He'll be coming under the wing of Kevin Mathis, like I said. He'll be coming under the wing of Coach Robert Livingston. So he'll be under a great staff, a great group of coaches and guys. If he was to make the decision to come, and Colorado did make the decision to reach out to him to even make it possible for him to come, that'll be up to him if he can work his way up to that rotational spot or that starting spot as well. So, we have Carter Stoudemire, we have Tawfiq Bayard, both dogs. So even RJ as well. So we have a couple of different guys in the room. Savion Rock, it's so many dudes in the room, but we can still definitely use some more depth to ensure that we send the best guys out there, on the field. So, but those are the only two dudes I got today as far as who could potentially be on Colorado's radar. I know for sure, Sincere Brown's on Colorado's radar. He already got an offer on the table. Nothing on no word on Cornelius Davis Jr. just yet. But like I said, this guy was advocating for him on Twitter. So, and we do need some more DBs, like I said before. But I appreciate for everybody for joining into this live. If you like this live, please leave me a comment in the comment section below. And if I get any more updates or information, whether it's pertaining to players, transfer portal, or any potential coaches that still be coming to the program, I'll let y'all know. Oh, before I get off live, so as you knew, Prime did say that 2 new big hires was coming to Colorado. Obviously, I did a video on it a couple days ago. We know Byron Leftwich is now joined the staff for Colorado. I don't know what his official role is going to be yet on the staff. If he's going to be helping out with the quarterbacks, if he's just going to be taking that role, splitting the offense with Pat Shurmur. I don't know what that is going to be. I'm sure we'll find out pretty soon. Now, I don't know who's going to be the second new hire, but I was watching Dave Buff Talks in the Buff News Weekly yesterday, and pretty much they said that what if Ray Lewis could come join the staff as well? That'd be cool. Actually, one of my favorite players. If he comes to Colorado, we'll now have 2 of my favorite players ever play football together. I do know that there's some need for probably a little bit more depth as far as coaching in the linebacker room. I don't know what Coach Hart's extension deal was looking like or his future looking like here at Colorado, but it wouldn't hurt to bring another dude in, another big hire in at that position as well. But nothing is set in stone yet as far as that. That would be nice, though. I ain't gonna lie. I might hit like 20 backflips to happen. But like I said, I appreciate y'all for joining. Make sure I share this live out, like, comment, and subscribe if you are new to this channel. Also, let me know what y'all want me to touch bases on in the comment section below. Excuse me. I don't mind doing that as well. But y'all have a blessed rest of y'all day, night.